Have I experienced a period without ovulating? Probably. Why? I have a crappy thyroid. Did you know that you can have a period without ovulating? Yeah, and it's called anovulation. One of the major causes of this is your thyroid. I'm going to tell you a lot about it today. In this video, I'll go over how your thyroid can affect your fertility and some possible cures for it. I'll also tell you how I've been doing during my 2-week waiting period for my IUI. And then I'll answer some of your questions. So stay tuned. Welcome to Wanna Be Mama. It's been a week since my IUI procedure and now I am waiting the 2 weeks. I had to distract myself all the time in order to feel better about the situation. So we went to visit my family. My husband and I are taking a trip this weekend. Where are we going?
Idaho!
We're going to Idaho! People think that it's a boring place, but it's actually really fun. This process has been very stressful, and there's just one thing that I wanted you guys to know before you go through this process, because there's something that you might be able to do to up your chances of fertility without doing an IUI. And that is to check your thyroid. When I first started going to see a fertility specialist, one of the first things that they checked was my thyroid. Why? Because your thyroid can affect if you ovulate or not. I had no idea. Did you know that up to 1 in 10 women have hypothyroidism? And you might not even know. They checked my TSH levels, which is thyroid stimulating hormone. They found out that my thyroid was underperforming, which means my TSH levels were higher than they should be. This means that even though I have a period every single month, I could still possibly not be ovulating. This unfortunate incident is called anovulation. Low levels of thyroid hormone in your body can affect the way your egg releases from the ovary. One of the things about having hypothyroidism is that it's harder to get pregnant and it's a higher chance of miscarriage. So if you're having problems getting pregnant or keeping pregnancy, be sure to check your thyroid. So here are some of the signs that you might have hypothyroidism. If you're tired, if you are a little bit heavier or have a hard time losing weight, me, if you feel weakness, if you have dry skin, lose your hair, if you're depressed, and if you're going through this process, not being able to have babies, like you're going to be depressed a little bit of the time. Or if you're constipated, decreased libido. If you don't know what that is, it's decreased sex drive. I personally talked to my doctor about this, and she says that it's normal for a woman below her 30s to not be as energized for sexual relations with their spouse until they're in their 30s. It's a normal thing apparently, but I guess people with hypothyroidism have a lower sex drive or lower libido. You have reduced heart rate and development of a goiter. So not all of these symptoms will be felt if you do have hypothyroidism. I'm assuming that if you're way off the charts, then you might be able to feel more of these things. But for me, the inability to lose weight, I worked out at the gym for 9 months, nothing changed. My major side effect is I haven't been able to get pregnant. Finding out that my thyroid could be causing anovulation was shocking to me. So my doctors put me on levothyroxine, which I've been taking every day since starting to see a fertility specialist. I take it every morning, 30 minutes before any food, and that is supposed to be able to equalize your thyroid hormones, which means that you can hopefully get pregnant easier. If you have been trying to get pregnant for over a year, please go see a fertility specialist. The right term for it, so if you go to your health insurance and you type in fertility specialist, you might not be able to find someone, type in reproductive endocrinologist. That is a technical term for fertility specialists. So to reiterate, you can have a period every month and still not ovulate with thyroid problems. Today we're going river rafting, and I'm really excited because this 2-week wait period of waiting to see if I'm pregnant or not is eating me up inside, a little bit crying every day because I feel like I'm not pregnant. So to make myself feel better, we're going river rafting and hopefully that helps brighten my spirits. How did you guys react during your 2-week wait period? I have been going a little bit crazy, cried probably every day because I haven't felt any pregnancy symptoms at all. This is my husband Andrew. Ow, ow. I have a question for you.
What's that question?
Do you think that I am pregnant?
I always like to think positive, so we're going to say yes.
Why?
Because there's always so much to worry about. And I like to think positively, like, yes, there is something inside your stomach.
Okay. I personally think I'm not. He thinks we are. What he said to me yesterday was, why wouldn't we be? Which I guess is a good thought. So what are your feelings, Andrew?
Super excited!
Why are you super excited, Andrew?
We go rafting!
What happens when we go rafting?
We get into the cold water!
And then we also fall.
And shrinkage!
Is that why we haven't been able to have children?
Perhaps.
Have we been getting into cold water too much? Probably. I asked my doctors a couple times to see if I went river rafting, if it would be okay, and both times they said yes. As of right now, I don't know if I'm pregnant or not. I was kind of nervous because I knew that we would flip. But I didn't want to miss out on this opportunity of going river rafting if I wasn't really pregnant. And as of right now, I don't feel anything, and I know that I would be bummed if it found out in a couple weeks that I really wasn't pregnant and I missed out on this super fun time with my familia.
There's worse ways to spend your Labor Day holiday.
Right?
I know.
Right?
So you got bigger water down here that you're gonna hit.
We do? We are?
Yeah.
My mom and my stepmom both said they can feel pregnancy symptoms like that. One of the things I've been looking at YouTube is, you know, first early signs of pregnancy after IUI. A lot of the symptoms are fatigue, like extreme tiredness, and like sore boobs, and I feel nothing. I was talking to my wonderful sister-in-law, and she says that people who can feel pregnancy symptoms super early, she's kind of skeptical about that because she doesn't feel them. She says you feel them later on in the first trimester. So what did you guys feel during this time? If you did get pregnant after an IUI, how soon did you start feeling pregnancy symptoms? And tell me what kind of things you felt. Let me know in the comments below, because I seriously want to know. And do yourselves a favor, don't YouTube early pregnancy symptoms, because you will literally make yourself super sad. So to answer some of your questions that you've asked me throughout the week, Amber Magus on Instagram asked me, I'd love to hear if you did anything to help prepare your body, vitamins, diet, naturopath elements for your IUI or TTC in general. To answer your question, all I did was take the prenatal vitamins and try not to go crazy on soda or sugar. One of the reasons why I just do prenatal vitamins is because if you take anything extra, it could affect the baby and damage the baby. For example, if you take too much vitamin A, it can cause problems with the baby. So I don't trust my own knowledge about different kinds of medicines and foods, and so I just stick with the prenatal vitamin. I find it at Costco, and then I just take that every day and try not to worry about it. I did try taking maca root because I heard that's supposed to boost your fertility, and it's like raw maca root, and it comes in like a little tablet like this big. After taking it, I had an allergic reaction. My stomach started hurting afterwards, kind of like I had an ulcer, and so I stopped taking that. I'm more of a non-holistic kind of person. Just take the vitamins that they tell me to. That's what I did. Another question, some people have been asking me kind of for my story, just to kind of break it down for you. We've been trying for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years this November. So November 2018 will be 3 years of us trying to have a child. I have had regular periods my whole life. I don't have endometriosis. I don't have PCOS. I have unexplained infertility, and I don't know why. So that's kind of a little bit about me. That's why going to the specialist is like my favorite thing ever. If you haven't already, like my video and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask me. You can ask me in the comments below, on Facebook, on Instagram, and I will post at least one video on YouTube a week. Thanks for watching Wannabe Mama. Good luck, ladies. This is my husband, Andrew. That's fine. He does his face. You're gonna look like an idiot on camera. This is my husband, Andrew. It's going to die. It's dying. It's flashing. It's thing at me.
How do you make me feel?
I love you. Can you
Can
please
you turn it off and
Can
turn
you
it back
please?
on?
No. Okay. Can you please do this for me?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
What are we doing?
I'm just gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
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 This is my husband, Andrew. Ah, that's good smiles.